Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Sieving with Nemsun. Today, welcome back to another episode. Thank you very much for tuning in for episode 3 of the Stoneblock 2 series. Fresh back on YouTube. Get rid of all this. I want the bone meal. At the moment, I am still going through the process of sieving by hand. I've come up with some cunning techniques and ways and means to make this a super efficient process, but I'll be glad to get this episode done so that I can move on to the next stage. I'm gathering lots and lots of resources. The redstone is really the bit that I'm struggling with because I'm using so much redstone on all the things I'm making. I'm currently getting a setup going ready to use lava power to produce en masse things that I want to produce. And as we see here, I needed quite a lot of that. Let's get as many as I can. 9 will be enough for now. Stick them in a furnace. This will do for a furnace. Because it is a furnace. That makes sense, doesn't it? I've now taken to using this small storage crate from Actually Editions next to a Tinker's crafting station, so they can have quite a lot of space of things, so I can do lots of crafting very quickly here. This is kind of my crafting room still. Keeping these all set out so you can see what I'm doing, and I'll go through all these stage by stage as we're crafting them. But I've already done the grindy bit to get all the materials together and do all that kind of stuff. There's been a few things that I've had to do. So in order to get all of the materials I want, I'm having to sieve lots. So I've got this little pulverizer setup going on here. The lava that we had before, it's the same, but I took a row of hoppers out and put this in. Still got the cobblestone generator, still generating into a chest, distributing amongst all this, making infinite lava, and that then goes to magmatic dynamos. Magmatic dynamos are pretty easy to make, but again, another grind. The magmatic generator and the magmatic dynamo, I tested them both out because both of them use lava, surprise surprise. Both of them say that they do 40 RF per tick, which was good. However, the magmatic generator from extra utilities is quicker to upgrade, whereas the magmatic dynamo basic has to go through various tiers of thermal foundation in order to get there. This has required a bit of invar. Invar for that, invar for this, and invar for the gear. And the invar was simply a Tinker's smelting alloy of some nickel and some iron, which was easy enough to get and sort out through the sieving. The pulverizer, again, not too difficult to make. I'll show you a recipe if you want, but it's all in JEI. And I've got it so that cobblestone comes in, or the cobblestone supplies that I've got, I dump in that chest. Then it hoppers down and also comes along this chain here into the hopper, into the back of the first pulverizer. That's set up to receive from the rear and drop down through the right-hand side. Into there, the gravel goes as it pulverizes the stone into the gravel, saves me hammering it. And then this one, the gravel's above it, and this is automatically pulling from above and then spitting out to the side here, where the dirt then gets pulverized in this one, pulling from above, spitting out to the side to make the sand. Yep, and I've just been sieving sand to get some redstone, and then that goes into pulverizer number 4. Pulverizer number 4 to turn the sand into dust, and then I've been using the dust to condense it and put it through the diamond thing. I've been using this advanced item collector that we got in a reward just to stick on there. It's actually quite easy to make, so I've got the ability to make it now, but as I already got one, I thought I'd just leave that one there. You can JEI that if you want to know how to do that. And what else? That's about it for in here. Yep, that's about it for in here. This room here is now my Tinker's laboratory. I like it. I'm going to show you. I'm trying to do more than Stoneblock. Ta-da! The grand reveal. I'm trying to do more than just have stone rooms. So this is the first room where I just tested out, seeing what we got. And this is a load of sand, turned in and chiseled, and made into glorious walls with lots of wooden pillars and very basic things, with a huge Tinker Smeltery. Mostly, I was using the Tinker Smeltery to get all of my bits and pieces because I wanted a new tool. And I ended up with this tool over here, which is my iron, obsidian hammer, currently clumsy, but it feeds me and it does the job that I want it to do. I'm not using it very often at the minute though, because I'll show you why in a minute. But when I do finally go out and use it, then I've got it. And I'll probably find a better method. This was kind of early game materials that I could get. A bit of pig iron was difficult. I had to jump into the smelter, get some blood in there, and then do some iron and some other bits and pieces to get to pig iron. That's in JEI as well, what you can do with that. But yeah, got a little setup going on here. The infinite lava situation, cobblestone gen into a crucible, and then that can be pushed across into here. Simple enough when I'm ready, but I've been doing it so that it's less automated. I just come around here with a bucket and just fill it up with a bucket at the minute. I could put a transfer node on, but one less server strain is okay. When it runs out of lava, I'll just come and fill it up by hand. This is a very manual room. The room is a blacksmith's and it's very manual. I craft component parts and bits and pieces and occasionally just run through a load of materials, because this does manage to double up all of the ores that I get. But that's just so that I've got better returns for my hard labour in the sifting area. Here, got a garden gone upstairs. It's now opened out a little bit. I'm going to have a kitchen in here, and I've got some food growing up there, but that's nothing really special at the minute to look at. And over this side, we've got, ta-da, this is going to be the workshop. And it's a full chunk. It's a full chunk, but I've been setting it up so that I can put some power cables and stuff behind it, and then set up a load of machines and useful bits and pieces in here, so I can come and create in here, and then wander out this side and craft things out this side. So it's kind of like a crafting area as well. I've got a crafting area in the middle here, but not really. It's lots of machines that I'm going to use to convert certain materials into other materials, such as, it's a simple thing like a furnace, just converting one thing into another by cooking it. But this is what I want to set up first in today's episode. So let's have a look what we've got. We've got lava mills. Now these give GP. They can have one lava source adjacent, and they will give a GP supply out to that, right? And that is going to help us cover the cost of using these speed upgrades. These speed upgrades require 1 GP in order to make them faster. So I'm going to have loads of these, which is why I need some more redstone. This is a simple crafting recipe, but it just speeds up these magmatic generators from extra utilities too. Now I'm going to need 4 more of those. I've actually got plenty already, but those, give me the bucket then. I got these in here ready. There we go. These magmatic generators are very efficient in comparison to the magmatic dynamos from thermal expansion, because this upgrade is quite cheap in regards, yeah. And because it's lava, I've been using these lava mills in order to give the GP to pay for the magmatic generator to have more. Works nicely, and I'll show you the setup in a minute. I'm using these crucibles and all that kind of stuff to work nicely as well. So where is this all coming from? Powering wise, it's all to power this room here. It's all to power this room here, and to begin with, also to power the builder. Now, I said that I wasn't going to use the builder, but the builder is fairly simple to build at this stage, so you should be able to make a builder at this stage as well. As part of the challenge, I was trying to keep to the basics that everyone can do. At the end of episode 2, we were killing endermen and getting the ender pearls in order to make the builder. Bricks, that's clay. Redstone, that's sieving. Yeah, lapis, iron, and gold, all from sieving as well. So everything we can do right now is available in here, and then the shape card was easy enough as well. Some glass, and this was some diamonds, which again from sieving. Basics, basics, basics. The paper was about the only thing that wasn't so easy, but you can smash that one. You can smash any wood with a hammer to turn it into wood chippings, and then put the wood chippings and make paper. So nice and simple. But this is the setup I've been running off for a little while, just to hollow out some areas like this in order to make it nice, clean, rooms for me to start working. It is a very simple setup. I'm going to have a cobble gen feeding all of these, but I have been using the cobble from the builder feeding back into these. But next I'll be moving this onto here. It's crucibles with lava in between, cooking all the stuff with the crucibles, which makes these power generates 2 GP, and that's 4 GP. And then each one of these at the front will have 4 of the upgrades, which will make it cost about 4 GP per magmatic generator. And then I'm dumping it into energy cells and then taking that out via pipes. Okay, so this bit is for science. I'm trying to rearrange the layout, and I'm trying to see how many crucibles on full whack with a magma generator on full whack can keep running as fast as it's filled. And I think it's probably going to be very, very high numbers. I'm trying to also make a platform that I can walk around so that I can see what's going on all the way around the room. So, lava mills would be first up. We would put the lava mills at each end, and this would then give us plenty of room for lava to go in. Each one gives us 2 GP each, as we've said before. And then we're going to be bringing... Let's move this a bit closer. I feel like that needs to be a little bit closer. Let's bring it over here. And then we're going to just put lava in every single space. I don't think flowing lava or non-flowing lava or any particular kind of lava makes any difference at this stage. Obviously, the sort that I can step into is not much good at this stage. I think that's all non-flowing. Looks like it, yeah. Non-flowing lava. So we've got to start there. And then we're going to have... the crucibles are going to go over the top of that. So, in order to get the crucibles on top, we're going to need to put some method of transfer pipe down here. And in order to walk down the outside edge and around it, the transfer pipes are all going to be on the inside. So this would be the liquid transfer pipes for this side of things over here. So what are we going to be on here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 crucibles. Fits snugly. I can bring them one further out if I so wish. One further out if I so wish. So that's that, and we'll put an empty energy cell for working all this out. Now, a magmatic generator as here. There we go. So then if I put some transfer nodes down this side here, we should be able to get all of the liquid straight out as fast as possible. There we go. And then we need to put stone in the top. So we will get the transfer pipes and put stone in the top, being careful not to connect them to the liquid because, well, reasons I don't want it to. There we go. And then we can come across to here and get it connected up to the overall cobblestone generator. So now these should start filling up with cobblestone pretty soon and then producing lava. So I'm going to give that a minute. I'm probably going to give it a bit of a helping hand because I can get some cobblestone out of my inventory and just hurry up the process a little bit. Yeah, well, it's managed to get it all done now, so that's good. All right, and then that should turn into lava. We'll let it fill up with lava a little bit. We'll let this start going. We'll keep it running at fastest speed and just see how many of these upgrades it actually takes. So, yeah, without spare lava, there's no spare lava in any of these really. There's a few bits, but there's no like full buckets. We've not got a backlog. So while there's no backlog, let's put in one upgrade. One upgrade speeds up that, and we are still gaining lava. 2 upgrades. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be okay. Are we going to go up? Are we going to get up over 1,500? 1,500, yep. Are we going to stay above 1,500? Yes, we do. Let's try 3. Do we continue up over 1,600? Yes, we do. And then we fall back down. Can we get back up? Yes, we can. Can we stay up? Yes, we can. Oh, almost. It's pretty good, yeah. So 3's good. 4, I think, might be where we start to see a decrease in lava and running out of lava, not being able to keep up. So these aren't able to keep up with that many. And this is producing basically 3 a tick or something like that, isn't it? 3 units of lava per tick. And then this is transferring quite a bit as fast as it can per tick, which is then sitting in here. It does actually seem to be keeping up, doesn't it? 1,800. Yeah, it could be. It could be that it's keeping up. We'll have to now monitor this and see if it can carry on producing faster than the lava can run out. And that's my experiment number 1. If that is the case, then there is going to be another row for each magmatic generator, and I'm going to also put another energy cell in between each one. Not because it needs another energy cell to fill up, but because it can fill both up at the same time, and all that power can go up and out through the piping to everywhere. And it's kind of like an extra battery, isn't it? Extra battery backup. Alrighty, so that's about done, I think. Well, I've got lots of upgrades still to create, but we're kind of working on it doing the job. It's getting filled up. Now, that's not just because the energy cell is full and it's backlogged. No. That's not just because of that. That is because it was working properly. I'm just making sure. I'm going to test it out again on this side just to double check it. But I feel like it's all working perfectly. Now, at the minute, this has run out because I wasn't producing quite enough cobblestone to keep up with demand. So I've gone ahead and made another tier 3 cobblestone generator, which was diamonds. I had to do some sieving for the diamonds. Tier 2 was the iron, and the tier 1 we had already got. They're actually quest rewards as well, which is nice. So I'm setting that up over this side, and we're just going to need a transfer node. And put that on the side, and then across. I think I came out one. Across one. And then I came down onto each of these. So that's one that's missing on the other side at the minute. There we go. And then across here. So I can walk around underneath it, was the plan. Right, so now I've got those sorted. So we've now got cobblestone going out at quite a fast rate down each of the aisles. And that should keep us in lava. I did make quite a few more crucibles as well to try and get this all in order so I don't fall into the lava, because I was quite worried that that's what was going to happen if I wasn't careful down this end. There we go. And I've still got 6 left. That was for this run here, which I need to put the lava in first. So let's grab it from here and stick it in. Get it all done and dusted. Now, I do need to work on quests today, because I have sieved my last bit of sieving. If I have to sieve any more materials, I'm going to be quite upset. Oh, 1 missing. I miscalculate by 1. Okay, I'll do that in a bit. If I have to do too much more sieving on my own, it's going to be, I don't know. It's a nightmare, I tell you, it's a nightmare. So I'm not going to be doing it. I'm just not going to be doing it anymore. I need to get the auto sieving sorted. That is a plan. That is the fact that I need to get it done today in today's episode. There we go. That should get all that running, though. Okay, so we should be running much smoother like that. Yeah. And then I need loads of redstone for these upgrades. So let's see about getting some auto sieving sorted and completing some of these quests as quickly as we can. So the cobblestone we've just looked at. Right, the tier 2 random reward. What do we get? Some hoppers. Awesome. The diamonds that I spent, what do I get? Some more hoppers. Awesome. Great. Fantastic. Yeah, this is where we're going next, auto sieves. But I believe I've got some other bits and pieces as well. Yeah, we picked up some Infernium bits when we went mining. I got some draconic cores. Nice. And I want to start working on all the others. Storage-wise, I made a small crate, which was easy enough. We'll make the large one. I've got 3 more hoppers. Really? It's giving me tons of hoppers. And I want to get on with these basic storage in a bit as well. But, first off, iron is the main thing, and the old sieve itself with a bit of glass, right? I think I've got most of that kind of stuff already. I have been smelting up my iron fairly regularly, so I've got some decent amount of iron going on in here. Yeah, that's good. So we should be able to do the iron blocks easy enough. And what else are we missing? All the glass, yeah. So we want, let's get 4 of those, because I don't want to have to do with this again afterwards. And we'll get 1 of those, or we get 2 of those, should I say, to make 2 of these sieves. And then the glass, well, I'll just quickly get some of that on the go in there. And then the next bit would be the sieve stuff itself. So we're going to need some sieves. I think I've got 1 spare kicking around over here somewhere. Yeah, I have an old mesh over here. And I've got some more string in here from doing the bonsai trees, which is currently doing paper bark, I believe. No, I'm back onto apples for a bit. My apple supply was running a bit low. I've done paper, string, and apples in here. And this is another thing that I need lots of different storage methods for because, well, it just takes far too long. We need to get that up to 6, please. And the meshes were just straightforward like that. So that's 2. Or 8, should I say. 2 meshes, heavy auto sieve, there's a mana sieve, that's it. So a heavy sieve, it could be that the condensed stuff gets put in there, but I'm not going to make the condensed, I'm just going to get it straight from the pulverizer, which means it's just going to get on with it, right? So we need a 6, perfect. Just good timing now. Bring that out to there, make some panes, and then we should be able to make 2 of these. Excellent. And now I don't need to do any more sieving myself. So we'll put these on here for now. There we go. There we go. 2 skins, exactly the same. Fireball skins. Okay, so both of them are fireballs. Can you believe that? How did that work? Yeah. No mesh. We'll put a string mesh in. Do we not get... We get 1 in there. We get 4 in there, actually, so we can put them in like that. Like that. There we go. And then if we put sand in there and we put gravel in there, we get to see what they do. And they will just go slowly, 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 do all the sifting for me. Excellent. Takes a little while, and the power's going to be taking its time. Oh, actually, I've got to turn the power on. I decided to have an on-off switch. So this requires high redstone signal, which is at the block next to it, to turn this power bank on. So I've had to rig it around the back here so that the power's coming up. Let's go down. The power's coming up to here and goes into the rig and then out, up and over so I can stop it and turn all these machines off, or at least turn the power off to them when I feel like I want to stop them from eating power for no reason. So then I can make this get power, and it's filling up very fast. This should be filled up from below once we've got all that set up. And this will then just keep sieving, just keep sieving. I'm glad these stack. I believe they didn't stack in a previous version. I remember in Stranded, or Forever Stranded, they didn't stack. So that's a good idea now. So we get a random reward of a basic flux storage. What's the recipe for this? This is some flux blocks and some glass panes. Flux blocks, flux core requires eyes of ender. Okay, so it'll be a while until I can use that, so I'm going to put that away in the box, and we won't use that. What else is there in here? Like, oh, there's another basic flux storage in there. These upgrades, we're about to go onto those things today, so I'll bring them out. And I think that's about it, really, apart from maybe the pizza. I should be able to get the pizza fairly soon with my garden of awesome. But storage-wise, I want to look at the storage drawer quests and try and get as many of those done as I can. I always like doing the storage drawers, but only as a very basic beginning level. I want to go into the storage of the AE. This is going to be my main thing. I like my AE, so I'm going to do mostly the AE. But I'm going to use these basic drawers and all that kind of stuff within the AE system, and use all these barrels and all that within the AE system to help run the AE system. But for now, we're going to have to do basic drawers, compacting drawers, drawer controller, and drawer slaves, and then all the upgrades. So let's see how many of these quests I can crack on through at the minute. So basic drawer, yes, yes, and yes. Basic drawer. Then we've got the compacting drawer. We need 2 pistons. So we get 2 pistons. I'm going to need dozens of those, but for now, we just need 1. There we go. And then we also needed a drawer controller, which is going to need a couple of these things. We don't have any redstone torches. Why not? Well, probably because I've used them all up in other things. Let's get a couple of those. Why don't we? Yeah, we'll use them to craft these things. And boom. Oh, nether quartz. Do I not have any nether quartz yet? I wonder if there's a way to get nether quartz. There's got to be a way to get nether quartz through sifting. Let's see. Sifting. What am I sifting? Soul sand. Soul sand, soul sand, soul sand. Soul sand. So, sifting pressed soul sand. There's no easy way of getting soul sand apart from doing witch water. So we're going to have to work on witch water very quickly, aren't we? So we're going to need a bucket of water and a barrel, and then we're going to need to put that onto some mycelium. Now, I believe I've got everything I need to do that fairly swiftly. Let's get some dirt. And do I have a barrel? Let's just quickly make a barrel. I think it's just going to be easier to bring my soul sand creation system over here to where the water is already. I know I wanted it in the other area, but still. Okay, so this... Is that transforming? Yes, it's transforming. So I've got just enough mycelium in this section, but I've got a transfer node fluids going into the barrel to keep it filling up from the sink. So that should, in theory, create me lots and lots of water in here. And then transform that into soul sand should be fairly swift as well. And once we've got that going on, I can auto-extract if I wanted. So I can make a soul sand automation device, and I might do that. Let's see what we can do then. So we want the water to automatically go in. We want then items to automatically come out. And we're also going to want sand to automatically go in. So if I put this here and then have the sand going into it, like so, sand going in like that, it will try and force sand in every time it can, and this will try and get the sand out every chance it can, or the soul sand out every chance it can. So it will only be able to pull out when it's turned into soul sand, because it's not a liquid, and it will only be able to put sand in when it's witch water. So water goes in automatically, it turns into witch water. As soon as it turns into witch water, this transfer node can put the sand in, and as soon as the sand goes in, it becomes soul sand, and this one can take out. So now with the server running all the time, this soul sand generation system should keep me in soul sand and get me some quartz. So while it is getting me the first few pieces of soul sand for the quartz, let's see what other quests we can achieve. So we're waiting on this to get the quartz for the drawer controller. Very important part. The next part is the upgrade templates. So we've got upgrades, storage upgrade, storage upgrade, storage upgrade. We've got plenty of different storage upgrades. The upgrade template is just a half drawer or whatever. So we're going to need to make a load of these first. So we're going to make 6 of those. And then we're going to make a load of these because it just needs sticks. And we should be able to make more than that. Nope, doesn't look like we've got enough sticks in the system. What is going on, folks? Not enough sticks? Ridiculous. Of course I've got enough sticks. And then that. Boom. There we go. We'll take all of them because I know for a fact I'm going to need all of them. Storage upgrade to obsidian. Okay, I know I need to get some obsidian. But this is another simple ex nihilo that we've done before. I can just grab it from there. That's one. I can also automate this in a very similar way to the way I've just done the mycelium over there. So I will do that sometime soon as well. So there's that upgrade done. Awesome. And then we've got to do that one, which is iron. No problem. Gold. Yes. Just claim all the rewards. Just claim them all. And that one, yeah. And then the one that we grabbed a few of is the one that I didn't bring any out for. There we go. Well, we've got access to emeralds, so we should be okay with that. That's no problem. And the emerald one, boom. There we go. So now we've done all of those. all of those quests are done as well. That's a nice simple quest run, really, isn't it? First quest reward. We've got a Invar hammer. Lovely. 4 basic capacitors. Excellent. A cuddly toy. No, a golden clock. That's one of those gardening things, isn't it? Yeah. And Black Lotus. Excellent. Some more Black Lotus. And some storage upgrades. Yay! Storage upgrades of storage upgrades. Silk Touch Chance Pendant. Okay. Alright, thank you very much for watching another episode of Skyblock 2 on the NemGo server. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to be a Patreon and join us on the server, then those links are in the description and at the end of the video here. Okay, that's enough salesman talk. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.